Tonight's audio-visual services are provided by Stansel Entertainment. Stansel Entertainment, our passion is your visual presentation.
We are live tonight. The Palmetto Tigers have made the 70-mile trip south down Florida's beautiful west coast to take on the undefeated Charlotte Fighting Tarpons. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partners, Mr. Rick Wells and Ken Burton Jr., and our sideline reporter, Tom Porter. And we're so happy to bring you the play-by-play action as seen here on Tiger Vision on this final 2016 football broadcast. The Tarpons have a stingy defense and a fine offensive unit that puts up a lot of numbers on the scoreboard. Speaking of the numbers, guys, after viewing some of the offensive highlights, the playmakers for Charlotte are all seniors and seem to wear 20-something. Number 22, Andre Hicks, is the dual-threat quarterback. Number 23, Arkansas Razorback commit Malik Williams is the 6'1", 215-pound bruising big back. And number 24, Devontae Price, is a 6'2", 195-pound slot back that can really turn on the afterburners. This Charlotte team wears LSU-type uniforms, but watching this offense, you'll see a lot of inverted wishbone, flexbone, diamond formations. It really reminds me of watching the Auburn University offense. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Rick Wells, for his thoughts. Rick?
Well, welcome, guys. We're sitting out here in the stands tonight, kind of like Wrigley Field, and it's a beautiful night, so I know that you are, like me, are glad to be out here. First of all, what we're going to see tonight is we're going to see a new quarterback. We're going to see Anthony Marino under center. Jason Spicer will move into a wide out and also a slot position at times, and it'll be nice to see Jason back out there running routes and picking some passes and hopefully taking some to the house. Anthony has had an excellent week in practice. He's looked very crisp, very mature for a young sophomore. So I think tonight really is about heart once again, about these seniors coming out here and ending their football career at Palmetto High on a high note. 7-3, Ken, is a lot better than 6-4. Coach Marino has preached that all week, and don't be surprised if he doesn't believe that they are producing the way they should be. You'll see those young players come in a lot quicker than you might anticipate. Kenny?
Yeah, Rick, I'm excited about the change tonight that they're making. Like with anything, you want to put your best 11 out there on the field for football, your best 5 for basketball, and just hope for the best. And tonight we are definitely playing for pride, and we're playing up against a really good team tonight. But what I'm hoping for, they came and spanked us last year at Harley Stadium, but if you remember, Jason had to step in and learn an offense like in a couple of days and hope for the best, handing the ball off. But this is going to be a wrinkle that Charlotte hasn't prepared for. And they're pretty good, but we've got some things in common with them. They've won 7 district titles here. This coach is the reigning 6A Coach of the Year statewide. He's well recognized. He's a Charlotte High grad, but they're not ranked in any of the polls, and that goes to the schedule they played. Last week they had their big district game against Charlotte North.
Roger. Hey, thank you. We're back here on a beautiful night here, and sitting up here high in the visitor side here, a different arrangement here for the Tiger Vision guys up here with Ken Burton and Rick Wells and I, sitting here with some of the parents of the players up here with Jacob Sullivan's parents and also Garrett Westerman. So we get to hang out with the players' parents tonight, which is really nice, and beautiful weather up here. And tonight I'm really looking for these Tigers to come out. We've had some negative things happen, a couple games, but tonight I look for them to come out and dial one up.
Yeah, I want to kind of go back to what Kenny was talking about earlier, that Coach Marino has not forgotten that loss from last year in Tiger Stadium when Charlotte came in there and just kind of spanked us. He wasn't happy with the play that night of our seniors. He felt that they were less than 100%, we'll say, and he's not going to allow that to happen tonight. Once again, he has been harping on them all week about coming out here, playing hard, and showing everyone that this team, even though we're not in the playoffs, we should be, and our style of football is better than yours. So I'm hoping that they come out motivated, on fire, scoring quickly and often, and allowing that defense to get back in that form that we were so used to seeing early in the season. One thing about Coach Marino, this is what I admire about him so much. We're going to start the season, or end the season, the same way we started off, with a very tough opponent. He doesn't shy away from these games, and no disrespect to any of our counterparts and some of our other teams in Manatee County. But you don't see this type of schedule from everyone, Brian. You don't see these playoff teams coming to your house, or you're going to their house every week, and that's what we have played. About 7 out of 10 games this year have been a playoff contender.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the key to stopping them is to go after their big back. Brian, you were talking about him earlier. Malik Williams, 6'1", 215, the Arkansas commit, 964 yards. But talking to the defensive coaches tonight, we've had to face big backs, quick backs. This guy is not as fast, but great north and south runner. He just needs about 40 yards. He's going to have his 1,000 yards. So that would be a nice thing to shut him down tonight and prevent him from getting that. And Ken, with the Tigers about to enter the smoke here on the field, that other back that they have running from the slot back position is number 24, Devontae Price, and he averages 142 yards of total offense per game, kick returner, rushing. But what you'll see then do when they run that either out of the flex bone formation, if they go with one back and one slot back,
they will pull those smaller guards, and they like to run Devontae Price to the edge, and so a very interesting offense here, and their quarterback, Devontae Hicks, number 22, is really a dual threat. He's only 5'10", but he really can throw the ball. Where's number 22? Reminds me of Doug Flutie. So he is a dynamic, great, excellent ball fakes. But I really look for the Palmetto defense. I think tonight a quick lineman like a Wyatt would have a big game tonight in this meeting here.
Yeah, with DeAndre Hicks, much like Jason Spicer, he's got 4 offers out there, one from App State, Boston College, USF, and he's recruited as a cornerback in college with Southern Mississippi. He just became the quarterback this spring, so he's not playing his natural position, but definitely somebody. He's the one that makes them go, and we've got to shut him down tonight.
Yeah, guys, we've had to play against some very big offensive lines here in the last couple of weeks. I think we match up very well with this O-line here at Charlotte. I think that we can take advantage of that. Our quickness, our strength. We should see the defense, pushing off that line, being aggressive, and being able to get back into the backfield and disrupt these plays. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I know we have the speed and the power to get past this O-line, so that to me is very exciting tonight as we watch this defense come out here, some of them for the very last time.
All right, now the very talented Alfredo Manriquez is going to kick this one off. He has a little bit of a crosswind coming. The breeze is coming right into our face here in the visitor section. But I look for Freddie to go ahead and kick this one out of the end zone. Freddie approaches the ball, and he hits it. It's a driving kick, and that one is smoked out the back of the end zone. So that'll be the Charlotte Tarpons ball, 1st and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, Freddie's been kicking this week in practice. His injury seems to be a lot better now. It doesn't seem to have any longing, dragged out effects from it. I didn't notice any anyway when I watched him this week. So hopefully he'll be used tonight if we need him, and he can get back to his form.
I like the TIGERVISION. They've got the sideline cam going tonight, and it brings a different perspective to the broadcast.
The crew at TIGERVISION here, along with Stansel tonight, is really going to help us put on a fine show. Now tonight, D. Hicks is in the backfield, and he's going to take this one under center, and he looks for the out pass, throws it out there, and the receiver is wide open on the play. He's going to have a catch for a gain of about 6 yards on the play, and that was Jacob White on the reception.
Yeah, that was a good quick pass too, right on mark, and it's kind of hard to defend that. You got to give him a little bit of a cushion. You got to respect him at his speed, but good pass by that young quarterback already, Kenny.
Yeah, again, he's just a great athlete, and as Brian and I were talking, he throws a very good ball.
Yeah, he does. He's a small package, but he's got arm talent. He reminds me a lot of Drew Brees. Throws the ball nice over the top.
And you see our young quarterback there, Anthony Marino, who will be starting tonight.
So now he drops back, looks for the long out, and he's going to have a receiver overthrows him there, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 here. Time for the Tiger defense to dig in.
Yeah, you saw Desmond Ross trying to jump that route, but he kind of jumped it a little too much, and that ball would have been thrown a little bit lower. He would have had a completion and a long gain out of that, so I like his aggressive play, though.
Now with the big back in the backfield there, you got to watch out for quarterback D. Hicks. He likes to take this one, fake it to the big back on the dive, and he likes to keep it and run around the edge. So Hicks is going to take this one, and they are lining up in the flex bone. One receiver out wide to the left. 2 slot backs back there, one in motion, and it's a handoff to the big back. He goes nowhere. He's hit immediately, so that's going to bring out the punting unit. Great play by that Palmetto Tiger defense.
Yeah, Kane, that's exactly what we were talking about. This O-line is going to have a hard time dealing with our defensive front. I really think we can take advantage of that, and that was a good stop for the Tiger defense.
And that's their bread and butter play, is to give it to their big back. He's a great north-south runner, but unfortunately ran into our defense that play.
So Kenny Scribner is going to kick this one off punt it off to Johnny Jones. Is back there on the 35-yard line waiting for the kick. Good snap. A driving, spiraling kick, beautiful kick. Johnny Jones fields it, muffs it eventually, shakes the tackle. He's already down at the 36-yard line. You know, guys, on that last play offensively, one thing that we've seen, the pulling guards on the flexbone offense, rarely do they match up across a guy like Wyatt. And what happens there, Wyatt is able to run behind those pulling guards, and those are guys that you generally don't have to block because D tackles are not fast enough to come and get involved in the play. And that's what we saw on that big third down stop there with Wyatt coming up and wrecking the party.
Yeah, Wyatt is not going to be your average slow tackle. He's got that speed, may not have the size, but he's going to get on you.
Derek Brooks made a living doing that.
Yeah, there's some plays designed, they don't think that they have to block certain players, but you do. Now, running hard, Garcia in the backfield takes a big hit. He goes for about a 1-yard gain there. Now, the quarterback on this one, you have the coach's son, and I heard that he's had an excellent week of practice this week.
Yeah, Anthony has done a great job this week. He's prepared for this moment. I'm very proud of the progress that he's made here just in a year. Very composed young man, and if we can help him out with that running game, it would be nice.
And it's great to see Jacob Spicer over there wide to the right. So now Marino takes it, hands off to Paco Garcia, drives forward, and he has about a 3-yard gain, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
And this looks like the same game plan that going with the Rhino offensive backfield to establish that run early, so it'll make it easier. But off to a slow start, but this is a manageable 3rd down, Brian, Rick.
Yeah, watch for Jason Spicer on this one. I think that's going to be the primary target on this play.
All right, so Spicer's out there in the slot, and we also have Jacob Sullivan out there on the hash. Marino in the backfield, low snap, looks to the middle of the field, throws it in there, and there's incomplete pass looking for Spicer, but that's going to bring up a punting situation for our Tigers here. 9 minutes and 43 seconds remaining here in this first quarter.
Did you go to practice or something? You knew what the play was?
Yeah, I've been trying to pay attention. I've been taking notes. But see, that was a bad snap. Anthony had to go down and dig it out of the dirt and try to get his feet right. And you know that just on those quick passes like that, it disrupts the whole play.
Yes, it does.
Now Jacob Sullivan, the very athletic punter back there to receive this one. Let's see what kind of snap. It's a nice snap. Gets back there. Jacob Sullivan, nice kick. Big booming spiral down to the 15-yard line. And the Palmetto defenders initially have him hemmed in, and now he's got the sideline. Running down the sideline, spinning off a tackle, and he's going to be tackled there at the 30. What a massive cannon shot from Jacob Sullivan.
Yeah, that was a great job by Sully. He's been our go-to guy for so many things the last couple of years. Going to be really sad to lose him, and I wish the best for him in his future. He could hopefully play somewhere for D1, D2, where I know he's looking for some offers, but what a great kid.
Mike Collins in defense over here wide. Quarterback is going to take this one, and he's out working that slot. Big handoff to the back up the middle, and he's got a lane, and he's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown, and that is Arkansas Razorback commit Malik Williams taking just a simple dive play out the back of the yard.
And that's their offense. That's all they do is give him the ball up the middle, and unfortunately we were in the wrong spot, missed our gap, and for a big guy, he runs a 4.59. We saw him. He can, once he gets out in the open, he can run almost any defender.
Yeah, and you've got to make that first tackle, so you cannot allow him to get past that first line and then break it open. But we had a chance to at least slow him down. We just slipped right off of him, and you can't do that against that young man. You've got to make that tackle.
Okay, the talented quarterback D. Hicks will be there holding this one. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:17 remaining in this first quarter, the Tarpons lead this one 7-0.
Well, guys, let's hope we don't have to listen to that cannon again. If we can keep them out of the end zone, that'd be nice.
The only cannon I want to listen to is when we're watching a Bucks game and they've either scored or they've gotten into the red zone. But he's got his 1,000 yards now. They've got to score, and hopefully that's it for the night.
So there, yeah, with that carrier tonight, Malik Williams is over 1,000 yards on the season, and a very fine 6'1", 218-pound back here has shown that he's ready to play tonight. Now we have Kenny Scribner is going to kick this one off, and the wind is a little bit into his face, so we may have an opportunity for a return here. Corian Brown is back there also with Miles Myrick to receive this one.
I was watching him in pregame. He's got a decent leg. He was kicking field goals from 57 yards.
Wow, so
good
leg talent here. Both sides of the ball. He drives this one. It's very high. It's going to be short of the end zone. Now it goes right through the hands of Miles Myrick. Picks it up. He's at the 5. Tries to break a tackle at the 10, and he's hit there, and he's stopped at the 11-yard line.
Okay, two things there. We haven't run many kickoffs back this year, and two, when you mishandle one, bad things happen, and so we've got our backs against the wall here for our second offensive series here, and the Tigers need to respond.
All right, it'll be interesting to see what the Tigers are coming out a little bit late off the sideline. I see big Corey Brady out there, Rashad Williams, Kalish, and we have Jacob Sullivan out here wide, Johnny Jones in the backfield, 2 receivers out there to the right, Jason Spicer in the slot. Marino's going to take this one under center. Spicer in motion, throws it out there to Spicer. Let's see what he can do out there. And he's got a big first down, stiff arm, and he clears him, and he's all the way down to the 31-yard line. Jason Spicer.
Yeah, it's a big play, and Anthony is throwing the ball very well. Spicer, like I said, has just been dynamic all week in practice. You hardly ever see him miss a ball, Kenny, and that's exactly what we needed to get this offense jump started.
And it's getting your best athlete with his hands in the ball. He's just had it under the center all year, or in the shotgun. Now we're just going to throw it out to him in space, and this is what happens.
Marino has 2 receivers. Spicer comes in motion from the right to the left, and he hands the ball off to Johnny Jones, plunges forward for about a 3-yard gain. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, you know, guys, this is not a very big defensive front. We should be able to really get a lot of push off the line on these guys, and I'd be disappointed if we don't see that here eventually, because this is the smallest defensive line we have gone up against in a long time.
So now Marino's going to take this one under center. Miles Myrick coming over here late over to the far sideline, and we have Spicer out there in motion. Fumble there, and Marino had to keep that one, and that one's going to be down after a loss of about 1, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, we got to get that figured out, because you can't continue to have issues with the exchange. You know, we didn't really have any issues with the center last week as far as the quarterback exchange, but you know the problems we had on special teams, Kenny. And
so a big
task here, guys.
Big task here. Reggie White out wide to the left. 3 receivers out there to the right, including Sullivan, and we got Spicer out there on the hash. Sullivan comes in motion, and he throws it out there to Spicer, gets a block in the middle field. He's going to get the first down. Now he's at the 40. Sullivan with a wicked block to the 50, 45, and out of bounds at the 44. Did Jacobs Sullivan peel back with a declinger there?
I tell you what, Jacob Sullivan comes up there with a big block to allow Spicer to break it open, and Spicer's pointing at Jacob, but you don't have to point at Jacob. He knows where to go.
You know that looks like right out of the Atlanta Falcons playbook against the Bucs, with Julio Jones just throwing the drag route across the middle and letting him just he picked apart the Bucs last night.
I couldn't even sleep last night.
Same play.
I dreamed about that. Just dreaming about that.
So as we thought, Jason Spicer has returned back as we knew him. He's caught everything thrown his way. Marino looking well throwing the ball here. And we have Garcia fakes a handoff. Marino throws it. Spicer can't. And it's going to be a gain of 7-8 yards on the play. Very close to the first down.
I would keep running this until they figure out how to stop it, because if they don't, we're going to be in the end zone here real quick.
Yeah, that's what those two have been doing all week in practice. And I'm telling you, Anthony has he's got a great arm, and he's very confident and very precise. And as long as they can get him the ball correctly from the center, you know, we should be able to move the ball effectively.
Reggie White out wide, Spicer in the slot, and we've got Jacob Sullivan way to the far right, and now Spicer in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Garcia, driving forward, first down, Palmetto Tigers.
And when you throw the ball, it's only going to open up the run, vice versa, and that's our best running play tonight.
That's right. And, you know, this is Paco's last game. You know, it's nice to see him out there running the ball. He had a huge game in the first half last week against Venice, and, you know, hopefully he can get to the end zone tonight.
You know what? Their running back, the Arkansas commit, all he, to me, is a bigger version of Paco.
Yeah.
Same north-south runner. You don't see him cut a lot. Got decent speed. Paco, though, what I like about him, and which might get him, you know, somewhere playing at the next level. Besides running it great, he blocks well, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah, I could see Paco, you know, as like a blocking fullback or something, and, you know, and just out there pounding people and allowing his tailback to get through the hole. But he's got a lot of talent. Just a matter of someone taking a risk, you know, and taking a chance and letting him play.
Well, one thing that Paco, you know, there's no such thing as playing with 110%, and you hear some coach speak like that, but Paco Garcia, he plays with 100% on every down, gives it everything that he has, and now he's in the backfield single by himself back there, one receiver on each side of the field. Jet sweep action, fakes it, Garcia's got it, stiff arm, shakes the tackle, goes for a 7-8 yard gain.
Yeah, that's what a nice, a beautiful design play right there, Kenny.
Well, beautiful call, yes, Rick, but executed well. There was nobody there. They had him blocked, or they found a wrinkle in the scheme there, and for positive yardage.
And we should be able to do that against this defensive front. We really should be able to take advantage of it and allow our backs to have some huge holes to run through.
Now Lester Johnson's coming in for a big H-back look here on the right side. Marino's got it, hands it off, fakes the handoff, and it's a keeper, and he's turned the corner, and he's going to be tackled there just for a gain of about a half yard or 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, Anthony's not afraid to run with the ball either, and if you give him just a little bit of space to run through, he can pick up some yardage. You know, he's not as fast and strong as Jason, but he's only a sophomore.
Yes. And a good play call there.
And he has to run that on occasion just to keep the offense in balance and the defense to worry about him, Brian.
And really a solid play by the defense with Lester Johnson out there and Garcia, and you know, that would have been one that normally would have worked. Now Garcia's got it stiff arm, steps up into the hole, and he's driving toward the first down marker. Going to be very short, very close, but I think he's short.
Yeah, you got another bad snap from the center that Anthony had to go down and pick up out of the ground, and you know, once again, that just messes up the entire flow of the play.
And that is a first down. So Garcia did pick up that first down. We do have a player down on the field, and I do believe that is Paco Garcia. So our prayers are out for Paco, the hardest working man in football. Took a big hit there, and you know, driving forward as he does for the first down.
If we got the replay, we might see that he might have delivered a hit. He's been known to do that.
We are so used of seeing Paco just pound the defensive front and pick up yards when you think that he's going to be pushed back for a loss, and this is something that we're not used to seeing.
Yeah, it's Paco Garcia down on the field here. Looks like he was running very hard, had a stiff arm there, and we're going to check and see. The trainers are out there working with him. Dan Whitten's out there, along with Coochie's out there also. They're going to bring him up to his feet here, and he looks like he's picked up a bit of an ankle or knee injury on the left side. So Paco Garcia, you know, doing so much for these Tigers in these last two games, it looks like he's picked up a pretty significant injury on the left side of his leg.
Yeah, and Paco is in some obvious pain, and that's heartbreaking to see, Kenny.
Yeah, sometimes you just get rolled up on, and it's just part of the game, and hopefully he can bounce back. But he's hurting pup right now.
He's been such a huge part of this team all year. He has done everything that the coaches have asked him to do, defensively, offensively, and he doesn't mind playing positions that he's never played before.
And even with the graphic that popped up on the screen, it had him listed as a defensive tackle, just showing his versatility there.
So now just a couple yards short of the Superior Asphalt red zone. Marino's going to take this one, 2 backs in the backfield, low snap again, and nothing, that's got to be corrected.
Yeah.
And that goes for about a 4 or 5 yard loss.
I mean, you know what, that's his fundamentals there. You can't continue to put that ball on the ground, Kenny, because you can't get into any type of rhythm when you're trying to pick the football off the ground.
And if you look at the plays that haven't been executed very well, it started with these. I think that's at least 3 tonight. It started with the snap.
Now to shore things up, Marino's going to take this one, and Eric Porter is the center, so he's taking this one under center. And we've got Jason Spicer fakes the motion. Now they throw it out there, and nearly a fine play there, but that's going to be an incomplete pass, and that brings up, and it was a lateral, so I see the chain gang backing that one up, so it must have been either, so right there, that's a 3rd and 15.
Yes, number 6 for the Tarpons read that play perfectly and was right there and disrupted, and luckily he didn't get it picked because it would have been for a touchdown.
So that was a very talented DB kick returner, Savian White.
I let you
Severian Warren, and he's very talented out there. Severian Warren. Now Marino looking. Johnny Jones down the hatch, got a receiver, and Johnny pulled up on that one. He knew he's going to take a big hit, but you're going to get hit anyway. Kind of had alligator arms on that one for the incomplete pass.
Well, we're going to send Freddie out here to attempt a field goal, and go ahead, Kenny.
26-yard line, it's 43 yards, very makeable. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Got the wind going with. I'm just saying, those 3 bad snaps, can really kill a drive, as you can see, and hopefully we can at least pick up 3 out of this.
This one is going to come down. We know Manriquez has the leg. It's going to come down to the snap. .43-yard attempt coming here for Manriquez. The snap is good. Sullivan with a great spot. Kick is up, and it is wide left, just missing to the left there. So now with 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining, it's still the Tarpons leading our Tigers 7-0.
Yeah, you see here, Kenny, I mean, you get a decent snap, and Sully brings it down really quick. I mean, just the way you play it, just missed it.
It looked like it hit the upright just about 20% of the way up and bounced out, and but he can make that. He's got to make that. If we're going to stay in this game, we've got to take advantage of every opportunity.
So we'll see what these Charlotte Fighting Tarpons come out with this time. This time it looks like they're going to come out with, in the flex bone formation, 1 back in the backfield, 1 receiver wide. Rolls out. Now he looks in the middle field. Nobody home. Now comes and throws the ball late down the sideline. Big hit there. Goes for about an 8-yard play. So, a good catch over there by Severian Warren.
Great play by the quarterback.
Great play. I mean, he's got pressure all around him. He's backing up. He's trying to look for a receiver. Just throws a great pass to an open receiver, and that's hard on our DBs as well when you've got a scrambling quarterback who's still trying to throw the ball downfield.
Kind of reminds me of some guy named number 10, Jason Spicer, keeping that head up.
And Andrew Osborne was all over that, and he had to throw the ball around Osborne as he was coming down the backfield. Now they hand off the big back up the middle of the field, and he goes for about a 3-yard gain. Still driving. They blow the whistle here, so that's going to be just a little shy of the first down marker.
Big 3rd down and short here for the defense.
Chain gang's giving him the first down on that.
Well, take that back. Great run there, enough to move the chains, and we'll start all over here.
So ball here at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tarpons. And you can see, looking at the offensive linemen out there, there's guards out there.
Yeah, 66.
65 out there, a very diminutive guard. So he's the kind of guy that's a flyer. He's going to pull. And interesting matchup there. Wyatt is licking his chops. And they run a little cut block action there, and the back is going to be tackled on the keeper there. So great play by our defense, stopping D. Hicks in the backfield.
Brian, Bembry coming off there. He's got some action last week. Great play by the defense to start this series here. Second down.
2nd and 10 here. The Palmetto Tiger band trying to pick those defense up. And they have a 2nd 10, and they're in that flex bone formation once again. Back in the backfield, D. Hicks, quarterback. And watch him running that. And now he rolls to his left, and he's going to be tackled there by Alonzo Houston.
Alonzo Houston, that's how you do it. Good job. You want to stay back there and pass his ball on us, you got to have pressure, Kenny, and that's exactly what we were able to get in there this play. You look at Alonzo, he just steps through the gap. They don't even touch him.
Beautiful. And that's one thing about, the smaller guards with all this pulling stuff that they do. You can get across the line of scrimmage and make big plays like that. They haven't seen that.
That was going to be my point.
That.
They have not seen that probably in their district and their schedule.
So the Palmetto High defense, very talented, looking like the defense that we've known all year. Now Hicks is going to look, and he's got one out there in motion. It's an option left. He's going to keep it. And he's looking for the edge, and he takes a big hit there by Thompson coming up. So that's bringing up a punting situation.
Yes. They've been very successful. The Tarpons have over the last 10 years, 7 district titles. But the only really difference is they make it into the playoffs. We have to fight with our district. What happens? They get pounded in the 2nd round. The last 2 years, Naples has ended their season in round 2, 35-0 both times. So the only difference, Tigers and the Tarpons, is they make the playoffs.
Punter gets this one, a nice high kick there. Johnny Jones waits for it, fields it. He's at the 40, cuts it inside. He's next spin move, driving forward to the 49-yard line. Great field position here. 18.9 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
Yeah, the good job by Johnny. That spin move was a difference of about 8 yards, Kenny.
Yes, absolutely. When you have those great punts like that, when you turn that ball over, sometimes you can outkick your coverage, and just enough for him to get by, make that spin move, and get a decent return out of it.
So the Palmetto Tiger offense sorting things out over here on the sideline. It's Marino's playing this one. Changes in personnel this week, and we've got Corian Brown is going to be in the backfield out there. And number 28, we have Dominique Turner out wide with Jacob Sullivan. Jason Spicer out here on the left-hand side of the field with Reggie White. Spicer goes in motion from left to right. Marino looks, and he throws the ball to the seam. Wide open receiver, and that's going to be Sullivan. Sullivan's down to the 30, the 20, all the way down to the 16-yard line. Jacob Sullivan.
That's the Sully you have been talking about all year.
Hey, the one thing that's hard to do when you're out here in the stands is not act like a fan.
We're almost sitting with the band here.
I tell you, what a great play. Look at Sully. I mean, he just turns on the afterburners there, picks up a big gain. We've talked about his catching ability all year.
And he's got some jets there. I mean, he just took off.
Showed some good speed there. Now Palmetto Tiger driving here in the Superior Asphalt red zone here as the clock expires. Speaking of Superior Asphalt, now in the red zone, Superior Asphalt, superior quality, superior service, Superior Asphalt. Superior has built a rock-solid reputation in the Manatee, Sarasota County areas for over a decade. Superior Asphalt. And here at the quarter break here, I'm going to mention one of our great sponsors, the Manatee Community Federal Credit Union, serving anyone who lives, work, or worships in Manatee County. Log on to www.manateecfcu.org to become a member today. Great benefits include favorable auto load rates and buying assistance. We will treat you with great local service and the respect you deserve. Manatee Community Federal Credit Union.
Talking to Coach Marino before the game about these changes, and it's about getting your best 11 out on the field and changing things up here and getting with Spicer, your best athlete, playing his natural position and changing up the quarterback, changing the whole scheme that Charlotte's prepared for all weekend, and we're seeing great things.
Yeah, I tell you what, Kenny, what you're seeing here tonight is the future. This is the future of Palmetto High football. Tiger football is going to be different next year. We know that because we're losing some of our seniors, but we're keeping 18 returning starters. 18. So you bring this young talent in behind them, and it's very exciting.
All right, changing things up. We've got Corian Brown on this side. We've got Brian Ormsby, the big tight end up there to the left. Miles Myrick in motion. Big hit, middle of the field, Johnny Jones, and that's going to go for no gain, and it brings up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and I can't pick up the number, but that defensive end is just running over our tight end on the field there, and that's something that we're going to have to correct.
Yeah, great play there by number 4 for the Tarpons, Malik Gaynor. He read that play perfectly and stuffed us for a 1-yard loss.
Johnny Jones in the backfield. Marino looks, fakes a handoff, rolls to the right. He's got the edge, and he looks for the end zone, and he's got a wide open receiver. Miles Myrick drops the ball.
And that was a great throw by Anthony Marino. That should have been caught. Couldn't haul it in, but once again, you see how talented he is. He's on the run. We have an open receiver, hits him right in the hands. He can't catch him.
And we've seen that all year, but what we're seeing tonight with Jason Spicer in there, it changes the whole dynamics of the passing game.
Yes, it does.
Now we have a stop, a whistle on the field, and we have a timeout for the Tarpons here. So Palmetto driving here, but a little bit, the 3rd down and 11. Ball is on the 16-yard line. This is a great place to throw the ball right here. You know, you're not so tight in there that you don't have the back of the end zone. This leaves a lot of options open in the passing game. And we've seen Anthony Marino spinning the beam tonight, and the receivers for Palmetto are getting open. Really nice wrinkle with the coaching staff. It looks like the Tarpons are totally unprepared for this Palmetto Tiger passing game.
And a timely timeout for them because they see what's going on here. This is a critical play. Maybe a time for, we haven't seen a screen tonight. You know, that might be something they dial in here. It'll be interesting to see what they run. Rick, you might have some insight.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't see them run a lot of screens in practice. I saw them run a lot of slants and quick passes to Spicer and to Sullivan. But, you know, this is look back at our year. Those are the kind of plays that plagued us all year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, right there.
Last week we had a rub route that was wide open on one of the series where we settled for a field goal or we missed a field goal. So we put two possessions down there where we just had a case of the dropsies. You know, 14 points in the first half last week instead of 3 would have been huge. But now Marino looks at this situation, rolls to the right, looking for a receiver, steps up, throws across his body back to Spicer. Well covered on the play, and that's going to be an incomplete pass.
I like the play call. Threw it up there, you know, one of those 50-50s like you see with Tampa Bay, throwing it to their big receiver, number 13.
Evans.
Evans, and hey, just throw it up and see what happens. But it seems like we had 2 people there in the same spot out of.
Well, I'll guarantee you that Jason was supposed to be there.
Yes, that's a given. Yeah. He was looking for him.
Now another big field goal here, 35-yarder here, and it's going to be snapped here by Osborne. We have Jacob Sullivan on the spot. Great snap. Spots down. Kicks up. And it is no good. It's wide left.
He missed it wide left again. And for the soccer-style kicker, that's the hard hash to kick it through. And got to make that adjustment. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
Well, I tell you, yesterday during practice, he struggled with that. He struggled with those wide left field goals. I mean, he just, for some reason right now, he's having a hard time getting past that. And but we have left 6 points on the field. And
virtually a tie game.
Yeah, and you know, our defense luckily is not going to be in poor field position, and we need to make another stop.
big Malik Williams is in the backfield. They're running a little jet sweep action here, and it's a fake, and the quarterback keeps it, and he's going to run around the edge, and he's got the sideline and goes for the first down. So all the way to the 31-yard line there. Big run for D. Hicks.
Yeah, we got it. That defensive end's got to come up and fill that spot, guys. We've talked about that all year, too. I hear the coaches constantly telling them about sealing the edge off, but you got to come up there and turn him in. And then we've got 3 defenders and 1 receiver blocking, and we still can't get them.
And the other thing they've got to do is knock that ball loose. If you notice, he should have been carrying that with his on his left side, and he was carrying it with his right. They got to knock that ball out of there.
So another flex bone formation here. Big back, Williams in the backfield. Hands off to Williams this time. No, it's a fake, and he got the edge, and that's going to be a touchdown. But we do have a holding back here in the backfield. All the way down for the touchdown, but the flag is at the line of scrimmage. This one may be coming back.
That may be a premature cannon.
I hope so.
I'm hoping.
So right in the backfield is where the flag was thrown there.
Holding
on the offense. The Palmetto Tigers are going to take that one, back them up. So it'll be a 1st and 20, and the ball will be spotted right about the 20.
And that was a very fortunate break. Usually when you have a hole that wide open, he read that perfect. But usually when you're got a hole that big, a lot of times, especially with the caliber of defense we have, Rick, it's going to be holding.
Yeah, well, and as you know, guys, every week, our JV team is the scout team. So the coaches are running or trying to run the offensive scheme of the team that we're playing that week. So we have been running these plays all week long. They know what's coming. And if there's something that kind of makes Coach Coochie angry is when they don't pick up on the formation, when they don't see what's in front of them. And hopefully they'll get in tune here, because that's something they should know right away.
Now Hicks looks, he's dropping back, throws the long ball down to wide open receiver on the sideline. He's at 50, stumbles down to the 45-yard line, and I think that was number 6, Jacob White, but let me get a number on that. But a big play, busted coverage, Tigers.
Well, Mike Collins falls down, Brian, and
thank goodness their wide receiver tripped over the yard line there, and they both technically fell down, but we got lucky again.
Yeah, we did, Kenny. You know what I don't understand right now is how we're not able to get more pressure on this quarterback. We've got bigger,
more athletic,
a defensive front that's able to get through a lot bigger offensive lines than what we see here tonight, and we're just giving him too much time. You can't let him scramble around there and throw a pass downfield and complete it.
And he's not playing his natural position. All we got to do is give him some pressure, and he'll fold.
Trayvon McClary is out here wide. Hicks has got this one in the backfield, and he hands the ball off to the big back right up the middle field, tackled immediately for about a 2-yard gain on the play. Good play by the interior line. Wyatt up there to make a tackle.
As long as we fill those gaps, just fill the gap. That's all you got to do. Linebackers come up, just like you saw Houston come up there and make that tackle, but we can't get out of position on these guys, or it's going to be another long night.
Yeah, one of those situations here. They have the big back. They also have a very fleet running back coming out of the slot, and they got a quarterback that can keep the ball and is a pretty good thrower. So you have to play assignment football tonight, especially, Rick, as you said, and now it's 2nd and 6. Here's the reverse action there in the interior of the line, goes for about a yard gain. Didn't fool that Tiger defense.
No, that was a great job, just staying home, making sure that you don't give up anything on your side of the line, and that's really all we have to do, and they preach it every single day. Just do your job.
Yeah, Zachary Wyatt with another great stop there, and we've talked about him tonight playing a very integral part of the game on defense, and living up to it.
And we're seeing John Bembry up there, continues to be involved in plays. Big Lester Johnson coming wide. He's got it. Houston misses a tackle. Quarterback is going to be tackled after no gain on the play. Great play, Alonzo Houston.
But that's what we talked. We just got to disrupt his passing game.
Yep.
If he stands back there, he'll pick us apart regardless if he's not a real quarterback. But we did what you said.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. Look, he's not a real big quarterback. He's very athletic. He's very fast, and he has a good arm. But you don't even have to make that first tackle. As you saw here, Alonzo just took him out of rhythm and ran him right into our DN. That's all we got to do. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah. Kenny Scribner back there to punt this one away. Johnny Jones waits. Nice high kick. That one's going to go into the end zone, and it hits right at the goal line, goes in the end zone for the touchback, and that'll be the Palmetto Tiger ball.
Yeah, nice 54-yard punt with the windows back. You get that thing up in the air, and Johnny Jones didn't even mess with it. He did exactly like a punt returner. You stand on the 10 and watch it go over your head. And
is that how you're supposed to do it? Because every week we see college and pro returners go back to the 2-yard line.
And they're getting paid the pros are.
Because how you can plant your feet on the 10-yard line and then still back up is beyond me.
Yes.
They find a way to do it.
They continue to do that, but a fine kick there by Kenny Scribner, who's he's shown that he's a good place kicker, field goal kicker, and he's also got a very fine punting leg. Now Osborne in the backfield. He's got 3 receivers out here to the right. Looks to the left. Throws out there Jason Spicer. Big hit. Rolls for about a 6-yard gain. So we'll take that all day long. That was pretty easy picking here, guys.
Yeah, you kind of you forget how athletic and powerful Jason Spicer is as a receiver. We see him running the ball from the quarterback position, Kitty, but we also know that he's trying to throw the ball more than he's trying to run it.
But it's amazing. You talk about athletic. He hasn't been a receiver for a whole year. He quarterbacked this game last year.
You would not have known that.
And it's like riding a bike for him.
Yeah.
Marino's got this one a 2nd and 6 or 7. Now Spicer on the jet sweep. He's got the edge, and he's got someone hanging on to him there, but he drags him forward for a nice gain on the play.
That is weird watching him run the jet sweep. As many times as we've called that him handing the ball off, now he's running it.
Yeah. What's funny during practice is that Jason would be with the receivers for one drill, and then he would be with the quarterbacks for another drill. He was just bouncing all over the place.
And I don't know if I'm cerebral enough to do that. Going from the quarterback to the receiver, and Jason showed last year in this game only 2 days to prepare to be the quarterback. Now he's had 6-7 days, and he's going up right back to that slot receiver. Boy, nice throw there. Jacob Sullivan with a catch, and he's got it upfield. He's all the way down to the 45-yard line.
We didn't pay attention, but that was a big 3rd down conversion. This is our 3rd or 4th series, and sooner or later we're going to have to get in the end zone as we watch the replay.
Yeah, one thing about Anthony is that he makes good reads. You got Jason over here. You're keying on Jason. He's looking at Sully. Just throws a BB to Sully, and that's what I like about him. He's young. He's still learning, but he makes great reads and is very, very precise with his throwing ability. And I tell you what, he's got a lot of talent, and we look forward to watching him here for the next 3 years.
Probably what's interesting about him is he has grown up around his dad being a coach and going to practice probably since he began walking, and has been preparing for this, not only this year doing scout team, playing JV, but his whole life.
Yeah.
And he probably knows the offense as good as his dad, or better.
I can just see him and his brother Derek running his dad's offense in the backyard.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Because, Derek's a receiver.
Yes.
And you'll see him in here later on tonight, I'm sure. But both of those kids are very, very talented.
So the Palmetto offense is looking great here tonight. Different wrinkle. Quarterback Marino back there spinning the bean all around the yard. Sullivan having a huge night tonight. Now we have Jacob Spicer out here in the slot. Shotgun snap, low snap, but the nice play by Marino to go down and get it there. And that was Corian Brown there. Let's see, 20. That was Latoni Martinez in the backfield. No, it's Corian Brown there, number 35 in the backfield for a nice run. Good play by Marino to get that snap. Another low snap.
And Kenny, you would know this better than anyone. I mean, what is it that this center is doing that continues to make him?
I don't know. Marino's been up and down on. He was on the bar. I mean, they've worked together. I'm baffled as much as you are.
So 2nd and 6. Hands it off, and he goes for about a 1-yard gain on the play. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
You know, the only thing it could possibly be, and this is a big 3rd down here again, is game speed.
Yeah.
You know, practice is one thing, shorts and shoulder pads is one thing, but game speed is another. You know, and Marino in his first start, he's going to be a little antsy there, and you know that could be it.
Right.
And you know, in Jacob Spicer being a receiver, he was so nonchalant with bad snaps, and I can remember some getting snapped wide, and it was just, you know, part of the routine. Marino looking great throwing the ball tonight. 2 receivers on each side. Middle screen set up, and he throws it in the ground. Smart play there, because stepping in front of Johnny Jones there was number 11. He would have picked that off for a house call.
Now that was a veteran quarterback move right
Absolutely.
there, Rick.
The kid is smart. And
He just threw it around. There was nothing there.
Yep, and he read that right away, that they were covering Johnny up, and he doesn't take that risk. And hey, you know what? It's 4th and 5, but you live to see another play here, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Well, we've got Sullivan back there.
Sully back there.
Oh, Sully back there. I apologize. I saw. I forget that Anthony.
Did they do something in practice? Maybe.
I didn't. I saw Sully putting a lot of balls.
Lavelle Cudjoe is back there. Now this one is a spinning kick, very tough to handle, and he can't. And he's drives him down to the 15. Now, Jacob Sullivan had a lot of English on that kick, Kenny.
Yeah, he turned it, you know, punting into that wind enough to he missed it, but he got that rotation on it, but he still got it down there, and the kick returner had a hard time handling it.
Well, I'll tell you something I learned last week that happened, and I talked to Coach Robbie Stevens, and you know they were having some issues with the long snapper. Anthony came in, never done it before, and he's taken over that role, and he finished up last week. That's why we didn't see any more bad snaps. And Anthony was the first one down here to cover that punt.
Was that, you mean Andrew? Ball's out, and now he throws the option late. What a crazy play. Loss on the play. No, is that, you mean Andrew Duncan?
No, Anthony Marino came in.
To long snap.
The long snap.
Holy smokes.
Yes.
Watch this. This is the craziest play.
Watch this.
It's a disaster.
Ball comes
Fumble.
up, takes it, pitches it.
Yeah.
It looked like it bounced off one of our players or their lineman back to the quarterback, and then he pitched it.
Yeah, you need to go play the lotto, because that was a lot of luck.
That was a backyard lot play.
Yeah, it sure was. And you're seeing that Palmetto defensive line getting across that line of scrimmage. And now that brings up a 2nd and 13 here. Hicks is going to take this one out of the shotgun. And he hands it off to his big back there, runs the center field. He's got a lane, and Desmond Ross is the only guy there to make the tackle. And he shakes the stiff arm there. Ross hanging on for dear life.
Boy.
It goes all the way down to the 39-yard line.
He is a hoss to bring down.
Yeah, but you know what? You know, you can't try to strip the ball out of his hands.
No.
Not this guy. When you got to tackle him, get him on the ground. If you're going to stand high on him and try to get the ball out of his arms, you're just going to, you might as well just let him go to the end zone. Yeah.
Yes,
you got to go low on him and get him on the ground.
And we have held him in check except for a couple of big
Two
plays.
plays.
Yeah.
And every time we get out of our gap, that's what happens. You got to come up there strong, and you got to stay in your lane.
Inverted wishbone. This time hands the ball off number 2 very fast there, and he goes for a nice gain. That's Andrew Grace. He's going to be very close to that first down mark.
And Coach Pat Cucci's got to be frustrated because they don't do a lot. It's just a very vanilla offense here with their skilled position people here.
Nice, another inverted wishbone here. He takes that one and he's going to throw the inside.
Oh,
pitch.
fumble.
That's an incomplete pass.
That's a fumble. Woo, I guess not.
No.
It's a shovel pass.
Yeah, he didn't.
Maybe we can dial up our
Tiger
Vision guys.
I think you'll see that he never really had a clean possession here. But let's see. We're going to see if we can catch that one on replay here.
Come on, Tiger Vision. Y'all been on all night here. Maybe not this play.
All right, so we're going to take it live here. 3rd down and 2. Look out for the big bruising tailback Malik Williams here. Run this one inside. 2 backs in the backfield there. D. Hicks waiting for the snap. Now coming up to the line of scrimmage, checking things, changing it out. Look for the pass down the left hash. Hicks has got it, rolls it, looks in the middle of the field, throwing the fade. Terrible looking throw there. And that's going to go for no gain. Incomplete pass. Now that's a 4th and 2.
Yeah, they're questioning. I thought the big running back, Malik Williams, jumped a little early, and they just happened to didn't call it. So
he did.
He did jump, but let's see if they're going to go for this or go for the field position.
Yeah, I think you're going to see them go for this after this timeout.
Maybe try to jump us off sides.
Well, you know, they've got that powerful back. They probably think they can squeeze him in there for 2 yards.
Okay, so let's put Rashad Williams in there over there, maybe slide in a Destin Bransford. And, you know, you have to be cognizant of that mobile quarterback faking that and running around the edge.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what scares me because we've seen what he can do if we don't play our gaps here. These 4th and shorts could be an easy 6 points. So we've got to be concerned about him. They should give it to the big guy. That's where their bread and butter is. But scary situation.
Be a good time to fake that in the belly and run around the edge. It's a terrifying thought here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, guys. Big stop here. Big stop needed for this Palmetto High defense.
Yeah, that's why Lester Johnson's got to stay at home here and not get too aggressive.
And then Latoni Martinez has to be there too. He's got the first down easily out of the Wildcat formation, running, dragging players into the end zone.
Yeah, that's
touchdown.
And something we didn't think about.
But he went right at Lester Johnson's position. Lester was not there. He got blocked out of the play, and the rest is history.
And I did not really see any film of him running out of the Wildcat. They don't put a lot of stuff out there, but a great call, and yes, we could have stopped it, but that Wildcat is a crazy thing sometimes.
They got good stuff.
Yes.
They've got a good offensive package here. Coach has been here for many years here. Good system. Now the field goal or the extra point is up and good. So the Tigers are trailing this one 14-0 with 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining here in this first half.
Yeah, we need to score, guys. I mean, if you look at the last
3 weeks.
3 weeks, I mean,
we've kicked 1 field goal, and
our offense has been inept, and I think that was one reason why you see Anthony at quarterback tonight and giving us another, great receiver out there that can line up on the opposite side of Sully and they can move Jason around. But, our offensive line has got to continue to block and keep the pressure off of Anthony, and he's got to get a decent snap. We just shoot ourselves in the foot too often with the little things, and that's the difference between a playoff team and a team that's going to go home at the end of the season.
And when you're on the road, you can't kick field goals and win games. You've got to eventually get in the end zone and supplement it with field goals on other drives. But we have not been in the end zone now for 10 quarters.
Wind picking up here, and so he'll be kicking with the wind at his back. I expect him to drive this one in the end zone, but Kenny Scribner is going to approach the ball here, kicks it. A long kick, it's well out of the end zone. It's going to be on the back line, so Palmetto Tigers will start this one from the 20. 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining this quarter.
Yep, time to run the 2-minute offense here, and go in 14-7 is not a bad thing.
No, I mean, really, if you think about it, I mean, we're 14 points, 2 touchdowns. It's not a huge lead, not a lead that we can't come back from. But we got to start executing. And when you have a pass that should have been caught in the end zone, you got 2 missed field goals. That has to change. We got to start making those plays, Kenny.
And this team has come in scoring nearly 40 points a game against their other opponents. So a good first half overall, just no points.
All right, Marino's going to take this one out of the shotgun. Porter's going to snap it there. Back to him, nice snap. Oh, look out, Anthony throws the long ball out there. Nobody out there. Big hit in the backfield. But Marino's up. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he held his ground in there. They took a huge pass rush. That's probably the closest they've really been to him on pass, and he was smart enough to throw it away again. He's looking like a veteran.
Yeah, he's a strong kid. I mean, he just got a lot of composure. Just very poised all the time. He knows where he wants to go with the ball. That's not an issue.
Reggie White over here to the right. Marino in the backfield with Johnny Jones back there in the backfield with him. And this time he looks, throws a long out there to Sullivan. Nice catch on the sideline. And it was complete, but very short yardage on that one.
Did he not get out of bounds? The clock's running.
They actually practiced this yesterday. The 2-minute offense, working the sidelines down the field.
Yeah, and then what you do is you hit them with a seam. You give them that sideline look and hit Spicer right down the seam. So it'll be interesting here with third and 8 here. Marino, 2 receivers out here to the right. 2 receivers out to the left. Low snap again. Marino steps up, looking down the pocket. He's going to run for the first down. He's got it. And he's all the way down to the 40. And great play, Anthony Marino. Tigers driving.
We got to teach him how to slide, Rick.
Yeah. I saw Anthony do this in practice yesterday as well. He's looking, and then he hits that. I mean, he's got some speed as well, you know.
Get down.
Anthony, he wants to take it to the house. He wants to get a touchdown for his team.
He's been listening to us.
1st and 10, minute 47. He throws it out there wide open to Sullivan. Makes a great catch over there, and he goes for a short gain on the play. The clock's going to continue to run. I look for the Tigers maybe to.
We've got a timeout or 2, I believe, and there's still plenty of time on the clock. A minute and a half to work this. You don't want to score too much, but we just want to score.
Yeah, they've got hand signals. The coach is calling them out. They know what to do, and they should line up quickly and throw it.
Marino looking for Spicer initially. Now he throws it off the defensive lineman's foot, and he's going to be called for the intentional grounding.
Yeah.
So that's going to be.
He might have got knocked hit trying to defend. He probably saw somebody, and as he got hit, it looked like he was throwing it to where nobody was. So.
All right, so that's a big loss on the play. So Palmetto Tigers are going to take a timeout and kind of sort this one through here. 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining on the clock. I wanted to talk about one of our fine sponsors, good friends of mine actually. I wanted to talk about Keaton's Office and Art Supply located in Bradenton. Keaton's Office and Art Supply, real, fast service, serving the business needs of the community since 1951. Keaton's Office Supply. You know, Bart Hoopengarner, one of the brothers of the guys over at Keaton's, generally on the cameras here. Tonight, unable to make it to the game, so we miss Bart tonight. If you've got some spotty coverage here on Tiger Vision, it's all Bart's fault.
And we miss our statistician tonight, yes. Steve Johnson. He's somewhere up in Atlanta, Georgia, hopefully watching on his phone tonight.
Yeah, and I asked him to go ahead and give us the halftime statistics to us at halftime. We're going to see if Johnson is going to be able to show that he is the IT technician that he's supposed to be. Now Palmetto in a very big situation here. It is 3rd and forever here. Marino's going to take this. 3 receivers on the right, 1 single receiver out there to the left. Look, Hail Mary here again.
We need something here.
So Marino looks, he runs the option to the right, keeps the ball. Now he pitches the option out there and running hard for a nice gain on the play goes Corian Brown. So that's going to bring up a 4th and about 7 with 1 minute and 9.
It wasn't the most pretty option, but he read it right. It wasn't the best pitch, but nice play.
It was a great play, and sometimes things go your way, and they're not going to take a chance. So guys are going to go ahead and bring Sully out and pump this ball away with 1 minute 9 left to go here in the first half. That's probably not a bad idea, to be honest with you.
Now got to be very careful here. Number 6, Jacob White, is a dynamic return man. Also back there with him is LeVere Cudjoe. Now the kick is up, and it's out of bounds here, so a short kick on the play. So Tarpons are going to have this one 1 minute and 3 seconds in pretty good field position.
Yeah, 18-yard punt there. He just missed it. That crosswind will do those crazy things to you. He's kicked well all night, really kicked well all season, and unfortunate, but defense now where they're going to have to stop them here with a minute. 14-0 is manageable. This team was down 17. Charlotte was down 17-0 against Port Charlotte and came back and beat them. So 21-0 is a little much, but 14 we can handle.
Yeah, we need to clog them up right here. We know they can score in about 10 seconds, so defense has got to really step it up here.
Got to watch number 20, Brandon Mapp, out here to the left. He's a burner out there, wide receiver. One receiver out on the far right side. Hicks has got this one, hands it off there to the middle of the field. Lester Johnson with a tackle. Their clock is running, go clock, 55 seconds remaining here in this second quarter.
And they're not really hurrying or anything here. They're taking their time, so that's a good thing.
So there's going to be about 40 seconds when he snaps this one or less. Now, D. Hicks is going to take this one out of the inverted wishbone. Watch him on the keep. He looks back, looking for the sideline. Now he steps up in the middle of the field, gets to the edge, shakes a tackle, and there's going to be a holding back here. This one's going to be coming back.
That may be a block below the waist. I mean, I think they were beyond the line of scrimmage, Kenny, and one of our guys got hit low.
Yeah, Art, the side judge on our side's the one that threw it. So
you got to keep those blocks up high.
Is that what they call it?
That's what it looked like. An illegal block was called there on number 23, Malik Williams. He seemed to be, saying I'm not guilty, and usually with all the theatrics, that means you are.
Yeah, he did it.
So he did it, and that's going to back him up. Big play here. 32 seconds. Ken, thinking about that, and Rick, what's the rule with the runoff in high school football at the end of the half or at the end of a game?
I'm not sure if we have one.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't noticed one as far back as I can remember.
Okay. One of the things you see on Saturdays and Sundays now is a runoff when there's a penalty on the offense. Now, now he's got that. Hicks is keeping it. Now he's looking for the corner. He's going to be tackled there by Latoni Martinez with a fine tackle.
And that ended any chance they had for scoring here. So, not a bad half.
Not a bad half of football. Palmetto Tigers going to elect to go ahead and let the clock wind down to zeros. So here at the end of the first half, your Palmetto Tigers trail this one 14-0. So guys, we're going to go, I don't know if we're going to have Tom Porter catching anybody on the sideline for a report here. Scanning the field here to see if Tom Porter's going to be able to talk to the coaches here. Don't see Tom out there. So we're going to go ahead and take a pause here in the action. Sit back, enjoy the halftime show, and we'll be back in the third quarter here live on Tiger Vision.
All right, all current Hall of Famers, stay in your seats, guys. You're in for a treat as we get ready to induct our 2016 Hall of Fame class.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Wayne Saturday, chairman of the Hall of Fame Committee. Something we've done now for 16 years. We missed one, 2004, you know why. But all these folks you see out here in front of you are members of the Charlotte Athletic Hall of Fame. Welcome them home. Tonight, we bring home 3 more. We bring them into Tarpon Athletic Hall of Fame for eternity. First, from the Tarpon class of 1942, Bobby Crosland. Bobby Crosland starred in football and tennis at Charlotte High before becoming an American. Turn that down, Bob. Before becoming an American hero in World War II. Shortly after his Tarpon senior football season ended, the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. Bobby initially headed to the University of Tampa to play football. But after his first season, patriotism called, and he joined the U.S. Navy. An aviation radio man, his airplane was shot down by the Germans over the English Channel. Bobby survived the frigid, rough seas just long enough to be rescued. That scrappiness came from growing up on the bay and his Tarpon athletics. The Navy next assigned him to the B-12 college training program at Duke University. Bobby played football with the Iron Dukes, as well as tennis with PGI CIA legend and Tarpon kicking coach Sam Burchers. After VJ Day, Bobby transferred to the University of Maryland, played for the Tarpons during the only season that the legendary coach Bear Bryant coached there. In Tarpon football program that prides itself on generations of players from a single family, the Crosland name reaches back the farthest. Bobby's older brother, Thomas Buster Crosland, played for the Tarpons in the late 20s. Bobby played a decade later. His son Brian played in the 70s. Brian's son Taylor played for the Tarpons in 2011, 70 years after his grandfather's senior season. Taylor's brother Adam led the Silver King Marching Band into the 2000s, and Buster's grandsons Julian and Joel Beverly played in the 80s and 90s, and nephew Paul Polk played in the 80s. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Tarpon Athletic Hall of Fame, Bobby Crosland. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we honor Mike Hankerson. Takes us a while to get the legends, but we're getting them one by one. The local papers dubbed Mike Hankerson as Little Mike. His teammates and coaches simply called him Clutch. A two-sport star for the Tarpons from 1958 to 61, Mike showed grit on the football field and was simply dominant on the basketball court. A four-year letterman in Tarpon football and basketball, Mike was also Tarpon homecoming king in 1960. A versatile, powerful, and explosive runner, Mike carried the load for the team during his senior year and also excelled on defense for the Tarpons. On the hardwood, Mike struck fear in his opponents with his speed and scoring ability. Mike set a new Tarpon single-season scoring record and averaged 19.6 points per game. He topped the 30-point plateau 3 times his senior year, and for his efforts was named MVP that year and earned first-team All-Area honors. Mike currently resides in Port Charlotte. He has 1 son, Brett, 4 granddaughters. His commitment to the Tarpons during his high school career helped propel his team's successes and set lasting memories for our community. Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer Mike Hankerson. Finally, and this is a legend you're going to remember from not that far back. Became eligible just recently, and upon that eligibility was almost a no-brainer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the Tarpon Athletic Hall of Fame, Deshaun Pac-Man Flack. Deshaun Pac-Man Flack was born to be a Tarpon. From his early days playing basketball for the Tiny Tarpons or running up and down the field for the Charlotte Warriors, you knew something special was coming to Charlotte High School. A 3-sport standout for the Tarpons. When he competed in any sport, it was a must-see event. As a track and field athlete, Deshaun earned 3 varsity letters and state qualifier in both the triple jump and the 4x400 relay, while leading his team to 3 district titles. On the hardwood, he was simply amazing, earning 4 varsity letters while being named to the All-State team his sophomore, junior, and senior years. As a freshman, Deshaun led the Tarpon basketball team to their first district title in over 20 years. He amassed 1,000 points during his high school career and still holds the record of 99 for the most 3-point field goals made in a single season. On the gridiron, that man carried school career accolades from near and far as one of the most dominant receivers in the United States. A 3-year letter winner, his speed and quickness were simply no match for any defender. Through his high school career, he totaled over 3,000 all-purpose yards, scored 31 touchdowns, was named First Team All-State, First Team USA Today All-American, and First Team Parade All-American. He was awarded a full scholarship to Florida State University. He resides now in Northport, Florida, loves to spend time with his 3 children, Tyshawn, and Dalen. He owes a great deal of his success to his grandmother, Renetta Platt, and mother, Debbie Platt Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, first year eligible and for sure Hall of Famer, Deshaun Pac-Man Platt.
Joining us for your halftime entertainment, Charlotte High School Silver King Marching Band. The Silver Kings are under the direction of Paul Montanari, assisted by Shannon Drew, Nick Kashuba, and Alex Perdomo. Visual ensemble director is Kim Ruger. Tonight, the Silver King Band will perform the 4th section of their competition program. The musical selection is What I'd Say by R&B legend Ray Charles. The Silver Kings are led on the field tonight by drum majors Samantha Taylor, Jackie Livengood, and Grace Talon. Ladies, is the band ready? You may begin your halftime performance. Tarpons, Fear the Fish. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your Silver King band. Let's wish them well as they travel to Lakewood Ranch tomorrow to compete in Class 4A. Please support the band program by visiting the visitor side concessions. Get your kettle corn, it's both sweet and salty. Get your funnel cakes, the best in Charlotte County, and any other concession needs you may have. Visit the visitor side concessions.
Keep going back to what's the root?
Johnny Jones is on,
yeah,
6 inches. Welcome back, Tiger fans. It's getting a little bit chilly up here in the visitor section here, high on the bleachers. You know, Palmetto is trailing this one 14-0 here, and we're going to get things cranked off here in about a minute and a half. Observations from the game. You know, again, Palmetto plagued by dropped passes, and really the offensive line in that second quarter, you know, really wasn't getting out there and firing out and making things go for the run. We became one-dimensional passing team here, guys.
Yeah, you know, we talk about this week after week, and we need consistency from the offensive line. There's really no reason for them not to be blowing this defensive front back and off the line and opening some holes for our tailbacks, but it just hasn't been consistent enough. And we talked about this during halftime. I mean, since Paco has left the game, we haven't had a run over 5 yards. And Anthony, I don't care who it is, Anthony or Jason, you can't just stand back there and pass this ball all night without a running game. It's not going to work. I mean, they don't fear the running game right now, so they can double up on Jason and take their chances with Sully.
Absolutely, and as a result, we've seen flashes tonight with the passing game, but they have not been able to finish drives. All we've been able to do is muster 2 medium field goal attempts, and we were unsuccessful on those. So we've got 10 straight quarters here. Granted, the competition the last 3 weeks is the toughest that we definitely have faced all year, but if you play football, you got to score points. That's the goal, and we've got 2 quarters left of this season to make the best of this game and to finish off that season like we talked. Being, you want to be 7-3 or you want to be 6-4.
That's right, and I know that they have been preaching that all week, and offensively, with just a little bit of protection and open up a few holes for the running game, can do so much for the offensive scheme that Coach Marino has in place here. But if you can't run the ball and they know you're going to throw, they're going to continue to put pressure on Anthony, and it's going to be very difficult for him to get the ball out the way he wants to and the way that he's capable of, because this kid can throw.
Yeah, you know, and looking at the offensive line, we're talking about that. Last week versus Venice, a far superior defensive unit out there for Venice versus what we're seeing here on the field. You know, much bigger up front, very solid big linebackers. We saw that offensive line explode off the ball, especially in the first half, and I'd like to see him come out here in the third quarter and do what we saw that they can do last week. And this is it, guys. You know, you've got only 24 minutes left here. Some of these seniors out here, you've got 24 minutes left in your high school career. Come out here and play with some passion.
Yes, and if they could come out the way they did last week against Venice, the way they started the game and played probably one of the best 24-minute segments, albeit only up 3-0, and muster some scores, we can walk away winning this game.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because we know that we've got the weapons out there if we can just give Anthony the time to find them. And you know, it's very difficult for us to sit up here and not have a running attack. I mean, we've been able to run the ball successfully all year, and that really didn't stop until we faced Braden River. And we were very good last week for the first half. It's obvious to me that Paco is not going to return. We still have Johnny Jones. We've got capable tailbacks that can come in here and run the ball effectively. But if you got a brick wall in front of you and no one's going to push it over for you, you're not going to get very far.
So let's see how this Palmetto Tiger unit responds. And we're going to actually kick the ball off here in the second half, aren't we? So we're going to be kicking this one off, play some defense, and you know, off to a big start for the Tarpons has been their very talented running back Malik Williams, who's probably already run for 100 yards here in this first half. You know, he could potentially have a 200 yards game rushing if the Palmetto defense does not tighten up. You know, and you look at the runs that he had, though, guys, really 2 plays. He's got about a 60 and a 40.
Yes, 2 plays is probably 75 or 80% of his total output. I mean, you take those away, and it's a tie ball game tonight.
Yeah, and we do receive the ball here in the third quarter here, guys. So the Palmetto offense is going to get started here shortly, and Corian Brown will go back there to return this kick. And we have Marino back there, the other Marino's back there to receive. We'll expect him to drive this one. He misses it. He hit it a little bit thin, still into the end zone, though. So that's going to be a touchback. Palmetto Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
You know, this is after playing a whole season, this is the first time I think we've seen a kicker as good as ours that is play for play, kick for kick on the same level. And for Charlotte, as they get into the playoffs, that could play a big difference for them, having a good kicker like that.
One thing I did miss is one of our great sponsors, DeVito Auto Repair. Get a kick out of great service located in Ellington. For quality auto repair, visit John and Tom DeVito, serving satisfied customers since 1978. Marino's got this one, 2 receivers on each side. Sullivan out here on the hash. Spicer on the other hash. He's running the option. Marino keeps it, tucks it up for a nice gain on the play, a gain of about 6 yards. So Palmetto Tiger offense here, you know, off to a good start.
What a great fake he put on the end there, and we don't need him to break long runs, just to keep him offense. That they got to respect him, and he's doing that.
2 receivers out here to the right, 2 out there to the left also. Marino's got 1 back in the back. He fakes the handoff now. He looks in the middle field, breaks a tackle, and he's going to be tackled there after a loss on the play. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, and there's really no reason for that, guys. This offensive line should not be manhandled the way they were on that last play. And I'm not really sure if that was just the pressure that affected Anthony, or if there was just some miscommunication as far as the play is concerned.
Oh, we're dealing with elements tonight.
Yeah, a little wind here, gusty wind there. In the 5-man front are the Tarpons. Marino looks over the field, looks out here, looks at the drag right in the middle of the field. Sullivan open, but ball goes off the hands there, so that's going to be a 4th down punting situation. So a bad start for the Palmetto Tigers.
And that's what we talked about, putting together a drive and marching down the field, but you've got to have consistent plays with positive yardage, and we get off to a nice 6-7 yard run, and then now all of a sudden we're 4th and 9 and turning the ball over.
Sullivan's back there. He's got a brisk wind in his face this time, and he has this one go off the side of his foot. It's going to be out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So the Tarpons will have it in their side of the field. On the ball is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, you can chalk that up to the O-line again. A lot of pressure on Sully, so he's trying to rush that thing and get it off of his foot. But you've got to play with some intensity here, and the O-line has got to really, really dig deep here and help their team win this last ball game of the season. I mean, my goodness.
So Malik Williams will be back there in the backfield, and Hicks is going to take this one under centers. Big Williams, we're getting a really good look at him. He's a huge back there. He gets the ball middle of the field and faked it, and he's got Hicks on the option.
That's
and
a
got
hold.
the edge. He's got a hold out there.
But not called, I guess.
There's no call on that. Boy, that's amazing. So that went for a very big gain on the play, but obvious holding out there to Palmetto secondary player. Boy, that was...
It's really difficult not to yell at the referees while we're sitting out here. When we're in the booth, it's okay,
yes.
But that was an obvious hold right in front of him. But we've got to do a better job stopping that at the edge anyway.
So Malik Williams in the backfield. Hicks is going to take this one, and he's going to hand it off there, faked it, and he's got it, and he's on the keeper, and he's going to run by that Palmetto defense for the 1st down.
I tell you what, they're keying in on Big Boy, and they're reading that.
They're just a great read. He's reading our defense and exploiting us, and he can scoot, and he's getting into the secondary before he's getting hit.
It's a good system, and they got the personnel to do it, and been doing it for a while down here. And here they are in that flexbone formation. Hands the ball off to the big back this time, plunges forward. Big hit there at the line of scrimmage, and that was Houston. He's outweighed by about 20 pounds, but watch his hit.
If you've lost a credit card, you can identify it by name. Please go to the concession stand, see one of the police officers near the concession stand. Credit card left at that time. Check your cards and go see them.
All right, now Hicks is going to take this one under center. He's got the back going there in the middle of the field. Great tackle there. Good job, Palmetto High defense. No gain.
So we're able to stop the run, and Charlotte's Tarpons are trying to keep a balance, running inside, running outside, and I don't see them throwing the ball up 14-0 to grind the clock down here. We'll see what they try to do here to us with the 3rd and 8.
Boy, this is a big one here for the Palmetto Tiger defense. Ball is at the 26-yard line. They're lining up in that flexbone formation. One receiver out there. They like to throw to him out there. Jacob White out there wide. And it's a reverse, and he's got the edge wide open, and he breaks the tackle. 1st down, Tarpon.
And that's what we've been talking about all night, Kenny. I mean, that's not playing. That's not gap control football, and you got a defensive end that's not there.
And this is what happens. And they have been setting this play. I don't know. That might have been the first time they've actually run the reverse with it, but a couple of outside options, and then inside, and then now the reverse, and now they're knocking on the door.
Now big back Malik Williams is in the backfield behind Hicks. And he takes the handoff, cuts it up, almost had the ball stripped, driving for a touchdown.
Wow.
So Palmetto Tigers, decided to go for the strip there. Well, one thing when you're trying to tackle the ball, you don't make the tackle.
I mean, I don't know how many times we gotta talk about that. I mean, that's just not good fundamental tackling right there. You got to hit him low to bring a back of that size down to the ground. You can't be standing up there trying to strip the football. And if that's what you're going to do, then he will continue to drag you into the end zone. I mean, that's not the way they're taught, I can tell you that.
So now 20-0 on the board. He's got the kick up, and it is good. So now that was Scribner who put that one through. The score is 21-0. Your Palmetto Tigers trailing this one. 8 minutes and 2 seconds remain in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're just they just want it more than we do.
And, yeah, Kenny.
It's all in the trenches. They've got 3 or 4 basic plays, and here try to stop us, and good luck, and they've been successful with it.
Yeah, but I guess it's aggravating because I've been able to watch these coaches out here. I know what they're teaching them. They go through numerous tackling drills every single day,
and they watch film.
And you're over here, and you see this in college as well. This is probably the poorest tackling generation I've ever seen. Okay, they want to strip the football and give up 15 yards trying to do it.
Well, he's going to kick this one in the end zone, but Remedy Employer Services, our favorite local PEO, providing payroll services, benefits, and so much more. And indeed, he does drive that one through the end zone, so the Palmetto Tigers will start 1st and 10 from the 20.
I'll tell you this, Alonzo Houston was livid that they allowed that touchdown just now. So, I mean, I know he's still fighting. Lester Johnson's upset, but you know what? You've got to get in there with the rest of your teammates as team leaders and try to have them refocus on what their job is. And it's easy just to say, this is our last game, we're going to go home and we're off for 6 months, but that's not how they plan this week.
Rashad Williams a little bit late checking in there, and he's on the field, and the time clock is running down here, but I think Marino's going to be able to get this one off. He runs the option to the right, keeps it, and he goes forward for about a 2-yard gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, something's not right with the option. I mean, he's having to make his move here a little early.
Well, I think one thing too, Kenny, is Charlotte is on that option. They've got the pitch man covered up, and
yes,
they're doing their job, Kenny.
Yes,
right.
Fundamentals, gap football.
That's right.
Yes, that's why they're probably in the playoffs and we're not.
We got gap fundamental football there. Now Marino takes this one, 2 receivers on this side. He's looking in the middle of the field, throws the long ball down the seam, looking for Spicer out there, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 here. 7 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here, getting to be a little bit of a desperate situation for the Tigers here.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. I mean, we want to put this ball in the end zone, and really right now it's not about winning or losing this ball game. It's about putting an offensive drive together where we actually score some points.
Yes, and even on that play, we don't have the replay, not that it matters, but two guys in the same spot, somebody running the wrong route, I don't know.
Now big, tall, new receiver, number 81 for our Palmetto Tigers, probably one of the sophomores over here to the left. They throw it to him, and he's got a route in the middle of the field, wide open but overthrown here. So that's one of the new receivers. He's a fine-looking receiver, big, tall specimen, probably going about 6'3", 6'4". He was open.
He's a sophomore, right?
Sophomore. I don't know who that guy is.
He's not on the roster.
He's a sophomore. He played on the JV team. He got called up after they got finished. I can't remember his name either. I apologize. I watched them in practice. They've got 3 groups of receivers here tonight that they, I'm sure they were hoping they could use more because we'd be scoring more.
And Sullivan harassed again as he punts this one. He's going to get a good roll this time, and the ball is going to roll down at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, you can't blame that on Sully. I mean, we have absolutely no blocking up front whatsoever. It's amazing to me that he even got that punt off.
Yeah, there's a couple of things going on. They're really coming in on what would be his right side, and he's seeing them out of the corner of his eye. And the snaps look like they're floating back there a little bit. Earlier on, they had a nice little zip, and you know, it's a game of inches. It's a game of split seconds, and that's all it takes. And they're getting close to blocking it.
So now it's time for this Palmetto defense to step up. Lester Johnson creeps on the inside of the line, kind of a 5-man front here. Now they look at it, and it's a trap. It's got the edge. Tigers step up and make a tackle there for about a 2-yard gain. Lester Johnson along with Wyatt making the play there.
Alonzo Houston's the one that came into the backfield and kind of disrupted that, and luckily we got in position to make the tackle for little gain. But, you know, Alonzo is upset.
Yeah, he's playing angry out there. Palmetto really is beginning to crowd the line of scrimmage out there. Desmond Ross out there. Latoni Martinez are covering him out there on the far side of the field. And this is a one-back set. They like to run to the left out of this formation, but if they don't, they hand off to the big back Williams. He runs into the center line. Good form tackle there. Now that's how you do it. Now that was Trey Thompson, the safety, that shows you how you come up and tackle a big back. You know,
that's because Cameron Moore, number 22, the DN on that side, he's got pushed right out of the play, guys. You know, and that's what opened up the right side. And luckily we were able to step up there and make a tackle. But you know, those are the little things we keep talking about.
Yeah.
You can't get pushed out of that play. You got to hold your position there.
But fine tackle for the safety to be able to come up and deal with a big, very talented back there. Now that brings a 3rd and very long 2 here. Palmetto crowds the line, and it's a quarterback keeper, and he almost takes that one out the barn.
I tell you what.
And, you know, there's a big first down.
That looked like they moved early, but they didn't. But that's how quickly they come off the ball, Kenny.
Yeah, they jumped. It looked like, you know, when a pitcher, you're playing softball and they quick pitch it.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what it looked like to me.
Boy.
My goodness,
he was across that line. You know, one thing we know about him, he's a blazer. He's very fast. He's going to play corner in college. He plays quarterback here in high school, and man, he exploded off the line.
Yeah, he's quick. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But you know, we got playmakers on the other side of the ball. We've got to just start stepping up here and doing it.
And we have faced players all season from Fort Myers, Manatee, Braden River, and Venice that are just as talented, possibly even quicker than he is, and we've had some success, pretty good success holding them.
So it's time for this Palmetto Tiger team to step up. You know, we see like this is the 3rd week, I believe, that we've seen a 1,000-yard rusher, 3rd week in a row here for the Palmetto Tigers. Maybe even more than that, but we do see quality competition. But you know, doggone it, we've got a lot of athletes in Palmetto, and we ought to be able to match up and play some football. So now the defensive line is lining a bunch of folks up there. Here's that flex bone. He's throwing the ball now. He's going to roll to a wide open field, makes a guy miss out there, and goes forward. Ball's on the ground. Tigers scrambling for the ball. It does look like the Palmetto Tigers have this one.
And that's the first turnover I think we've had.
I haven't seen them signal it yet.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a Tiger ball.
They haven't put a hand up. They haven't said anything.
I think they're all the players.
Yeah, there we go. All right, Palmetto Tiger ball. Let's look at the replay here, guys. You see Hicks running to the nice cut there, takes a hit. And that ball was out, and that was Duncan forcing that one from the backside. Big play.
Yeah, that's again where he was probably trying to do too much, and if it had just gotten down and instead of trying to extend the play, they may still have the ball and be knocking on the door. But fortunately, first turnover, I think, with the whole game tonight.
A great open field tackle there, because if he gets around him, well, it's to the house.
It's to the house.
Any points at this point of the game. That was a game saver at this point with 5 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Marino's got this one. In motion goes Myrick. Now they're running the back outside, and it's going to go for a nice completion on the play. Gain of, let's see where they spot that one. It looks like it's going to be about a 4-yard gain.
A nice gain here. What we want is another good play, another positive gain, and let's get a first down and some consistency here and move the ball down the field.
All right, Johnny Jones comes out of the formation there. He's going to take that was Corian Brown actually coming to the sideline here. Spicer, single receiver out here wide, one single receiver on the left. Look for Marino maybe to spin this one out here. Jet sweep action coming down is Miles Myrick. Fakes the jet sweep, looking down the middle field. He's got Spicer in the seam. He's wide open. He goes up and makes a great catch. Jason Spicer.
Yeah, see, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's what those guys have been doing all week in practice. Great job by Jason Spicer going up, helping his young quarterback and coming down with the ball.
He's trying to get the rest of the team fired up around him.
That's right.
And Jason shows those fine, strong hands. The defender right there, simultaneous possession. Said not tonight. That's my ball.
He looked like Julio Jones from the Atlanta Falcons going up there and getting it. You know, just better than anybody out there on the field.
Marino did a great job hanging in the pocket with lots of pressure there. Spicer looking like the great receiver he is. Marino looks now. He hands the ball off Johnny Jones, and he slips on his cut, and he's going to be down right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
We just got to get that DN over there contained, and we got to get some blocks on those corners. I mean, they're just coming right off the receivers too easy.
And again, it goes back to the consistency. They all need to be on the same page and execute their blocks. It takes all 11 on the offense for a successful play.
Dominique Turner is out here wide. Jacob Sullivan, Reggie White, all to the right-hand side of the field. Spicer out there single by himself. Marino takes it, spins, and rolling forward, taking a big hit there, but nice gain on the play. So Palmetto Tigers will have this one. It'll be 3rd and about 3. Now that Reggie White with a great play.
Yeah, you know what, Reggie, we've talked about him a few times this year because Reggie is a really good kid, but he's dropped some balls, and that was a big catch there to help pick up some yards. And I would say, guys, with 2:46 to go in the third quarter, we're probably looking at two down territory. Wouldn't you say?
That was going to be my comment. Spot on, Rick.
Same. You stole our thunder, Rick. That's where we're all going with that one. We got 3 receivers out there to the left, 1 single out here to the right. Throws a screen out there to Spicer, makes a great cut, and there's going to be a face mask there. Spicer fumbles the ball. They pick it up. They're going down the sideline. No whistle, and they're going to take that one back, but I believe they're going to have a horse collar or a face mask as Spicer was getting tackled.
I'm not so sure they're not going to call a hold on Sullivan. I'm not really sure.
Okay, well,
they've called it a touchdown now. Let's see what else.
I'm hoping it's that face mask, though.
They had him up around the collar into the face mask area before the fumble, and I see the coaches are
Coach Marino saying bring it back.
Decline. This is what worries me here. This is too much here.
Legal use of hands was the call on the Tigers.
Yep, I'd like to see that one again because we saw there potentially was a holding out there on Sully, but we did have Jason Spicer.
Go.
Let's look at.
Well, that's past.
That's after the play was over there. But what happened? Spicer was tackled up around the headgear, reaching in inside the collar or perhaps the face mask, and then the ball came out and they pick it up, run it down. So that's a huge play here, and with 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining here, it's becoming an insurmountable lead here. This will take it to 28-3 if he makes this extra point. So the snap's good, kicks up and good. So now your Palmetto Tigers trail this one 28-0 with 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the third.
It is what it is, but when you have obvious penalties going on in front of you and the referee standing right there, I've got to question what they're looking at, because that right there is even offsetting penalties if nothing else. If nothing else, you know, redo the down. But
wow,
we have a great view from up here, guys.
Yeah, we have a fantastic vantage point here in the visiting bleachers here. Very cold up here tonight. It feels like I'm sure it's 72 degrees for us Florida boys, but it feels like it's 40 up here.
10-mile-an-hour wind, we've come a long way since that Booker game when it was 90 degrees in the press box.
Yeah, so, you know, one thing we'd like to see is this Tigers play more games. I remember, you know, having those games where it was cold and you could see your breath in front of your face. This is going to be another season where we don't see that here as Tiger fans, but it's time for this Tiger unit to come out here and see if we can make something happen. High kick, it's going to drive the back into the end zone. Palmetto Tiger ball, 1st and 10 from the 20 here, trailing by 28.
You know, who would have thought after the first 7 games coming in 6-1, but it's almost a repeat of the last season. But maybe if we'd have beaten Manatee, it might have changed things. I don't know, probably not. But 3 consecutive shutouts coming in before we hit the meat of the schedule, and then a complete flip-flop the last 3 games. We've managed just 1 field goal here now in, what, 11 and a half, almost 11 quarters, and have given up probably close to 90 points. Tale of 2 seasons.
Yes, absolutely, Kenny. Yeah,
Spicer jet sweep, looking for the edge, gets us
a great
block
tackle
out there.
Good
play, number 17 there, coming up to make a very fine tackle. You know, so that is second. Clock is winding here. Only 2 minutes remain here in the 3rd. Palmetto has this one 2nd and 11. And so,
you know, when you look back at that play where Jason fumbled, I mean, he's being manhandled, he's being horse collared, he's trying to pick up the first down. Yeah, he's giving it 100%, Kenny, like we asked.
And he has not turned the ball hard.
No.
As quarterback, maybe 2 or 3 times all season.
Low snap. Marino goes down and gets it. There's going to be a flag over there, and it's going to be a holding on the Tiger, and that's going to back us up another 10 yards. But let's wait for the referees to sort this one out. But it looks like a clear holding over there.
Maybe they won't call it then.
Holding.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I was hoping it was so clear, Brian. I was hoping they wouldn't call it.
We have seen some other stuff over there on that far sideline, but no, this time they're going to call that one. It was holding just behind the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and more than 20 for the Tigers. So it's a tough situation for the Palmetto Tiger offense here.
I just want Anthony to lead his team down for 1 score, just because it would be a good feeling for him. It'd be a good feeling for all of us to get in that end zone again.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. 3 weeks.
Marino has 3 receivers out here to the right, 1 single out there to the left. And that looks like Marino in motion, so he's looking for his brother there. The ball is thrown to the seam route and nearly picked off there. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 25. Wow, the wheels on the bus are starting to fall off here. Let's go, Tigers. It's a big 3rd down play. And here with only 56 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter, Palmetto Tigers shuffling in the personnel here.
Well, I don't know who does our conditioning in the offseason, who's our weight training coach, and how much these kids get into the weight room after the season, but tomorrow would be a good time to start. These offensive linemen need to get bigger and stronger.
Yeah, tonight they're just not blowing these guys off the line. If you look at the size mismatches. Now, screenplay, Johnny Jones. And he shakes the tackle, and he's going to be tackled there. So a little bit of a gain on the play, but that's going to bring up a punting situation.
Rick, what you just said was exactly what Coach Marino brought up at the end of last game of, I think it was the Venice game last year. We've got to get bigger and stronger to compete at the 7-8 level, at least in our district with the big boys. And with, I think, his exact quotes, and it was even mentioned last week. And we're struggling with a real good 6-8 team that we're definitely bigger than.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, they're fast, they're quick, and they're
well coached,
and
disciplined.
And they're small.
They're small,
and we're not able to get our hands on them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and at the line of scrimmage, it's very obvious. The Palmetto offense and defensive line.
I'm wondering, to be honest with you, how long they're going to wait until you start seeing these young JV players come in.
All right, here's the trivia question.
Tonight's trivia question, guys. Hey, sorry to break in on you. As our season comes to a close here in November, we're celebrating many great things. This is the 4th year of Tiger Vision, which has been fantastic, and we appreciate all the fans out there sticking with us this whole time. We had a special birthday here in November with the Tiger Vision crew as well, and a picture went out, which was great about that. So with that being in mind, we just wanted to ask, who was the Palmetto Player of the Week, November 22nd, 1977? If the commentators know it, maybe let our fans at home just try to figure that out. Maybe our old school guys can figure that out, but we'll have the answer up here at the water break in the 4th quarter.
Oh, this is going to be ugly.
I know who that is. Speaking of ugly.
It's going to be ugly.
Is it somebody we know?
All right.
No, you won't recognize him. He's going to have a bunch of curly hair.
Now Sullivan's going to have the wind at his back this time. He's punting the ball. He's 2 yards into the end zone.
Sully needs to crank one here. He's had 3. Those last 3 have been under 25 yards. So
somebody
time to pad the average here.
Sullivan gets a nice kick, driving past the receivers.
Get down
it's a big
Get down
kick.
the field.
He's out-kicked his coverage. Now he's going to try to pick it up there, and very nice coverage by the Palmetto defense. Jacob Sullivan with a rocket shot out of the end zone.
58 yards there. That makes those other 3 these last 3 go away when you look at the average.
Well, one thing Sully had on that was some protection.
Yeah,
he was able to actually stand back there and kick the ball without having to rush it. I mean, that's all we ask.
And really doing a fine job of turning that ball over. 58-yarder.
Yes.
Just a great kick. And so Palmetto defense flipped the field. You go from the goal line there, driving it out of the end zone. It's all the way down to the 36-yard line. So really flipped the field on that punt. Now the ball is faked, and it's an option to the right. He's got a guy on the crease, and he's got the first down. And running hard there was Zavarian Warren.
That's how you run the option right there. That is textbook.
Good stuff. Watching this offense tonight, there's a reason that these guys are 8-0. It's like watching Georgia Tech, when it's on, like a Georgia Southern team. Carson Newman, they are running this to perfection. And, getting those big positive yardage distances on first down. Once you have that in this type of offense, you've got everything. And so they have 2nd and 3 here. Hands the ball off to Big Williams, and a tackle initially attempted there, but he shakes off that tackle, drives forward for the first down.
As you said, Rick, that's how you got to hit him. Initially, get down there low and wrap him up and hit him hard.
Just give me one guy that's got his legs wrapped up, and then all 10 of you can go try to strip it. Just give me one at his ankles.
Yes. They can even call it, like, I'll get him this time, and then everybody else, your role.
Well, where's the beef when you're hitting somebody? It's not below the guy's knees. I don't care how big he is.
Yes.
And everybody can make a tackle down there from the knee down. But that's going to be a back. You're going to have a tough time tackling that guy above the waist. Now we shoot the gap. They run the play out the back. Wide open down the sideline there. Number 9 hustling down is Houston to push him out at the half-yard line. But they give him the touchdown.
Here's the replay. It's just that same reverse they have been running all the second half. You're trying to key on the quarterback, trying to key on the big running back, and they give it to the other guy, and he takes it to the house. And if they make the extra point here,
we'll have some running clock.
We will have a running clock.
Yeah,
and this game will be over real quick.
To be honest with you guys, that's been too easy. That's just been too easy against this defense tonight, and I don't know why. It's just
they run the offense that they run very well. They execute. They block. They tackle.
And LeVuck Cudjoe goes down the sideline. Just, hustling hard was Alonzo Houston, but now he puts the extra point through. So the Tarpons lead this one 35-0. We're going to have a running clock here, guys, right?
Yes.
So here with 10 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, your Palmetto Tigers are trailing big in this one, trailing 35-0. Now, while we have this opportunity, I'm going to talk about another one of our great sponsors here, the Manatee Community Federal Credit Union, serving anyone who lives, works, or worships in Manatee County. Log on to www.manateecfcu.org to become a member today. Great benefits include favorable auto loan rates and buying assistance. We will treat you with a great local service and respect you deserve. Manatee Community Federal Credit Union. Here to kick off. Speaking of kicks, DeVito's Auto Repair, located in Ellington. For quality auto repair, visit Tom and John DeVito, serving satisfied customers since 1978. DeVito's Auto Repair. Now, Kenny Scribner is going to kick this one. We're in the visitor section here, and it's getting dark over here. So looking at the rosters is becoming a little more challenging. We've got no lights here. Palmetto, we need to pick this up. 35. Let's get something positive here, Tigers. High kick. It's going to be returnable. Fielding the ball.
Logan Pisano.
He's got the ball. He's at the 30-yard line, running hard. Logan Pisano.
I had a thought. Maybe we could run a kickoff back, and
that'd be nice, because that's what we need.
And there was a glimmer of hope there, and nice run back.
There's some of the future talent. Logan's just a sophomore, brought up here at the end of the season, but I'm very, very eager to see this young talent next year. I think we got something to look forward to.
Yes,
I know where their heart is. I can tell you that, and hopefully with the other 18 starters we have coming back, we can start to change the culture of this team to what it once was. What Coach Marino has always preached and what he coaches daily. But the players got to make it happen on the field, guys. We know this, and sometimes I don't think they've done exactly what they need to do to win.
And what's good, what I like out here is I think Coach Marino told me last week they were dressing 68 players here these last couple of games, and that's awesome that you can dress that many and move these kids up that have had some success and get them out there exposed to Friday night football, playing to their benefit, playing against some of the best talent in the state of Florida these last couple of weeks, to see what it's really like, so they know what they have to do here in the off season to get ready.
Well, I can tell you right now, from what I see out there in the offensive huddle as Coach Marino is speaking to them, you've got half of that offensive unit is going to be sophomores. The skilled players are all sophomores.
Now Garrett Westerman is going to snap this one back there to Marino. One back in the backfield, three receivers to the right. Ball's on the ground. And a fumble on the exchange there. So Palmetto scrambling forward, and it looks like it's going to be the Tarpons ball.
Looking at the replay, it looked like one of those. The ball was like one of those pigs they oil up at the fair that nobody could grab that thing.
The greased pig.
The greased pig, exactly.
Boy, that was just an exchange problem there between the quarterback and running back. And wow, 8 minutes 23 seconds.
And I'm sorry to see that they only got that one snap out there.
Yeah.
With those 10th graders.
And I was watching that play develop, and Garrett Westerman came out there and had a fine block. The center came out to the left and had a beautiful block. It looked like the play was going to go, and then we have an exchange problem back there. And so it's when it rains, it pours. Beautiful, cool night tonight, but things not going well for the Tigers. Wishbone formation takes it. Fumble, ball's on the ground. Again. Let's take it.
Oh,
and the Tigers missed the fumble. The ball still, he's trying to have a fumble recovery for the touchdown. Tried to scoop and score.
And looking at the replay again, This would have been a great one for somebody on the defense to scoop this thing up and just take it to the house. And again, it's that same greased pig that
Good
could grab.
There's
We didn't even get the ball.
There's nothing that bothers me more than having 4 defenders run a football and an offensive guy coming in there and grabbing it. That's just, yeah.
Wow. 2nd and 10 here. Now the Tarpons have that dangerous flex bone formation, making a lot of personnel changes here, though.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yep.
Yes. You got some big games coming up.
So hands up the middle of the field, big hit. You could feel the concussion down here from that one.
I tell you what, guys. I mean, they've done all they can do tonight. They don't need to worry about anything. They've got a big game coming up next Friday night. You know, they're going to start the playoffs. I don't know if they have a bye or not, but
they're going to be, I believe, hosting Boca Ciega High School next week right here at the Fish Bowl. I think is what they call this place.
Yep, the Fish Bowl.
Tiger Vision earlier on the scoreboard.
So here it brings up a 3rd and 20. Palmetto defense holding here. Good to see in the center of the line there, John Bembry making big plays. Quarterback takes this one under center. And they had a little movement, no call there, tackled immediately there. Duncan steps up and being part of the tackle there, so that's going to be, and you know, Duncan came out with the ball there, but the ball had been whistled dead, so it brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, we're down playing with both sides playing with all the backups.
Yeah, and why not, Kenny? We just got to
let them play.
Let them play. I mean, this game is officially over. And if we can get these young guys out here and move the ball a little bit, it'd be nice to pick up a score with the young unit in there. But we got to hold on to the ball first.
Absolutely, yes.
Got Logan Pisano again. He's dropping back to receive this punt. Logan's a very scrappy player, guys. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he showed some heart last week, receiving a bubble screen out there. Took a big hit and spun off of there. He's shown that he's a player. Nice high kick. Logan Pisano running, making a nice catch there. Great to see. That one would have been down, inside the 5-yard line, but Pisano hustles over there, makes a fine play.
Hey guys, just to interrupt here again. We just wanted to give you the answer to tonight's trivia question. Here in November, special month for us. We just wanted to ask, who was the Palmetto High Player of the Week? November 22nd, 1977, a long time ago.
That was the day Kennedy was shot, but it was like 14 years off.
Yes.
Anybody got an answer up there?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bobby Manning.
Bobby Manning is a good guess, but let's go ahead and throw up the answer there. We have our Ken Burton Jr. here.
Look at all that hair, my goodness.
Let me tell you something.
What a mess.
Huh?
Yeah.
Would you look at that?
I know you had a disco ball hanging in that room.
That was the Bradenton Herald Player of the Week.
Hey, Ken, we're looking at you.
Thank you, Jordan. Great job there, buddy.
Somebody had to do it, Ken. Lester, no, that's Miles Myrick on the jet sweep. He takes that for a favorable gain here. 4 minutes remaining in this one. Tigers season coming down to a close.
Hey, I do got to say this just because I'm a proud dad. Number 84, Tyler Wells, is on the field. He's the only freshman out there right now.
Oh, my goodness.
And he just had a good block.
Yeah. So Tyler Wells out there.
Tyler Wells, let's focus on him. So he lines up right. Okay, he's over here on the dad's side.
All right, now lined up. So Marino's looking. Wells in motion. Getting set. 3 receivers out there to the right. Quarterback hands the ball, fakes the handoff. Now he throws it in.
Oh,
right to Wells.
Oh, my goodness.
Goes for the first down.
So close.
Right in his hands.
Dang. He'll be so mad about that. He comes off the field. Coach Jackson's going to.
Last week, Rick, I was out on the field and went up to him because he's been up here in the press box with us, and he's dressed out. And it's when you were telling me about this group of freshmen coming up, and I said, what are you doing out here? Why don't you come up to the press box with us and hang out like you have? And he had a big smile on his face, and I told him I was proud of him. And
man,
just glad to see him out there.
That is awesome. Now here with third down and 5. And there is a delay of game there on the Tigers. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
You know, even though he dropped the ball, Rick, he ran the route and he was open, and the quarterback threw it to him. That's a good start, and there's a lot of trust there.
Okay, who is the quarterback, number 12 back there, Ken Bird?
That's a JV quarterback as well.
And so he's going back there, steps, nice route, wheel route, down the sideline. Myrick, he's got it at the 40, he's at the 50, and all the way to the 40, running hard. Now that's, wow.
We got 2 minutes, guys. Let's put it in the box.
Wow, beautiful wheel route left. Look over here, and you'll see he runs the wheel. The back comes out of the backfield, right down the hash, down the sideline. Great completion, great catch. First down, big play, Palmetto Tigers. Myrick in the backfield, he throws it out there. It's going to be caught out there by brother Marino, and that is going to be Anthony's little brother. Is that correct?
Yes, that's Derek Marino.
So it goes for about a yard loss on the play. Clock.
Come on, guys.
Let's go, Tigers.
You got to move.
Minute and 24 seconds. Players trying to sort this one out. Lots of confusion out there. Time winding down here. Quarterback looks in the middle of the field. Now he looks to the out. He's got a receiver out there wide open. Catch. And a first down there.
Even if we kick a field goal here to avoid the shutout, let's do it.
We got 53 seconds.
But we can't stop the clock.
We can't call a timeout.
No,
can't even do that.
I don't.
Yeah, you can call a timeout, I believe, to stop the clock. Let's go. 42 seconds remain. Lots of new faces out on the field. Throws the fade right down the sideline. Wide open receiver. Oh. Great defensive play. Derek Marino had a good shot at that one. Excellent defensive play made there by number 19, and that was Jeremiah Harvey that made the play. 26 seconds remain in this one. They have stopped this for a timeout. Palmetto Tigers, new kids on the block. They want to score some points here. Time winds down here on this 2016 season.
That'd be a great thing for this young group to score, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be
great way to a tough loss, tough last 3 games, but having these kids come in, knowing this is going to be the future of the program would be a great finish.
So here's the chance. 26.1 seconds remain here in 2016. Palmetto talking things over. 2nd and 10. Ball is at the 30. Tigers knocking on the door, wanting to get some points here.
Hopefully they called 2 plays here, so if they get down there, they can hurry up and snap it again because the clock will not stop.
Oh, I hate the running clock. And now the clock has started to run here. Down to 20 seconds remaining. Looks out for the fade, throws it out there. Nice throw out there to receiver 81.
They're going to have to hurry here.
Going to have to call another one.
Yeah.
Yep. So they're going to call a timeout.
And that gets it a little closer. Where are they at about the 15?
Run that play again. They had Marino that was wide open in the back on the back half of that play. So let's run that one again. Derek Marino was running free out there in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. This is going to be it for the Tigers season. It all comes down to this last play.
They're going to have to get it, either throw it into the end zone or close to it so that they have any shot of getting in.
Pisano's out here wide. Derek Marino out there on the scene. Lots of fresh faces out here for this Palmetto Tiger team. Westerman, the senior, with a great block, and they steps up, throws the out there to the back of the end zone, and that's going to be it for 2016 Palmetto Tiger football. And here the Charlotte Tarpons win this one 35-0. You know, guys, as we sit here, don't know if we're going to have an interview with the coaches. A very disappointing ending to the season. You know, these last 3 games have been very tough. We look for a lot of great things on the horizon here with the Palmetto Tiger program. The freshman and junior varsity teams have been winners, big time in Manatee and Sarasota County, winning a lot of games, play with a lot of confidence. So, you know, we look for things in the future to this Tiger team to turn the corner. You know, it comes down to those 2 big games, Braden River, and after the Braden River game, this team, you know, never was the same.
No, you're right, and you know, it's a repeat of last year. I know that the coaching staff really wanted to come out and play hard tonight and win this ball game and try to get some momentum going into next year, into off-season training. But the bottom line is, Kenny, we've got to get our young players thinking differently, working harder, and knowing that they can come into those big games that really count and they can win. And I think you'll see a different attitude. I hope to see it, because I've seen these kids play for the last 5 years. I know what they're all about. And with what we have coming back, you know, hopefully that'll be that winning formula that we need.
Yeah, absolutely. And they know how to win at the 9th grade, 10th grade, JV level. But as they mature, it becomes a different game here at the varsity when you mix and match years. And if you can have 2 good teams that are back-to-back, freshman and sophomore, that's going to help. Having the returning starters will be good. It all depends on the off-season. The coaches are going to have to go back and look at the offense and see what do we need to stick to this run game, or do we open it up like we did tonight? So the coaches got to come back and look how they can maximize have the best offense based on the type of athletes we have. Defense needs to do some fine-tuning, whatever they need to do to get ready to play in these big games. The other thing that's going to happen is it's going to be redistricting, which will take place in the off-season.
It's very simple. The reporter asked me, you know, what do you do now? What answer is there? But you go back to work, man. Okay, you go back to work. And all I told him was, you got 18 guys coming back. 18 guys. Now, what are we doing with those 18 guys? Okay, are we going to go get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, okay, to go take that next step? This last 3 games showed you what big boy playoff championship football is. I'm excited. I'm excited, but see, here's the deal. You got to be excited. Okay, you got to be excited about all the guys we got coming back. These seniors, I thank you. You guys played your hearts out. Okay, we just didn't get it done again on offense. All right. You move the football. Okay, you move the football. The idea is to move it across the goal line, and that's where we got to get better. Okay, but the opportunity, the potential is there. Okay, but it's got to come from you guys if you want it. All right, meeting Monday, my first period. First period, you will come in 7:30. Okay, all right, don't worry about it. We're not working out Monday morning. All right, so make sure you just treat it like a Thursday, Friday routine Monday. All right, let's go. Bring it up. Bring it up. Let's go, Tiger.
Hey, man, I love y'all like a family. Family on 3, family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Jordan, filling in for Tom Porter there, and really been a fine season this year. Kind of winded to a crawl there at the end there, but Coach Marino was right on, spot on there, talking about the players getting bigger and stronger.
Yes.
And that's the element that's going to be needed for this Tiger team to continue to advance late in the year. You know, I want to take this second here, guys. You know, I've been blessed, been able to work on these Friday nights. I get to hang out with the gentlemen here on Friday nights, you know, and Ken Burton, his son Chet. And so we're going to catch Coach on the sideline.
You know,
here.
the kids are going to hurt, but, you know, I mean, the future is bright, and I'm excited for these young guys and what they're capable of next year.
And you're saying 18 players returning next year, and that experience should definitely be an aid for you for 2017.
Absolutely, and that's going to be our mission and our calling. for this off season. They just got to understand they got to, they can't just say, well, we got 18 guys coming back. And now all of a sudden everybody's going to lay down and die for us. We have to go get it. We have to work harder. We got to improve, obviously, but the potential's there. And so we just got to capitalize on our opportunity this offseason to get a little bigger, a little stronger, a little faster, and play a little bit better next year.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, sideline reporter out there, and here are words from Coach Marino. Hey, and we just wanted to say, I wanted to take again the opportunity to thank all of our Tiger Vision fans, and I get the opportunity to work up here, and we work with our sons on the crew of Tiger Vision. Ken and I do, and tonight Rick Wells has Tyler Wells out there on the field, and it's just a joy to be with such a great group of gentlemen, and then of course their sons. And so it's really been an honor this year, guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, for us as well, Brian. I mean, this really is a family production, and we all love being a part of Tiger football. You guys have got a lot of history here. I have my brothers and sisters went to Palmetto. My son is here now, and we will continue to bring just a quality product to the fans of Tiger football, because we've got such a great team here. We just get better and better every year, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. So from my family to yours, I look forward to seeing you guys again in the near future. Enjoy your holidays, keep your family close, and take care of them, and look forward to seeing you here in a few months.
Yeah, this is really a family affair. It's fun, and the pay is great, and we need to thank our sponsors as well, and to my colleague on my right. I'm so proud of him. He was our police chief for a number of years, but was just recently elected sheriff. Looking forward to his swearing in, and you get to work. I don't know. I like the gentleman, but two constitutional officers is really what we are, but I like the gentleman better. And but Rick, proud of you getting elected.
Thank
we
you,
don't
Kenny.
talk about all that stuff here. We talk football, and because that's why we're here, but we're proud of you and looking forward to you being our sheriff now.
Thank you very much.
And Kenny, thank you for that card that you sent me in the mail today. That was a very nice touch. No, but actually, very good. Ken Burton, the tax collector in Manatee County, and one of the best, most efficient tax collection offices in the state of Florida.
No doubt.
But let's wrap things up here, guys. Thanks again, fellas. And tonight's final score from Punta Gorda: your Palmetto High Tigers 0, the Charlotte Fighting Tarpons 35. We would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors, and a special thanks to the greatest high school internet broadcast fan base in the country, our Tiger Vision audience.
What a great
My broadcast partners, Mr. Rick Wells, Ken Burton Jr., Tom Porter, and I, along with the production staff of Tiger Vision via PalmettoHighSports.com, wish you a very safe weekend, and be sure to join us again next year. Go Tigers. You look great there, Kenny, with the
look
books.
at that white belt, the white belt and the shoes and the
awesome.
hair.
That's awesome. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.